Howdy folks, this is Checkers, and this is Fallout 4. And this is a video a bit about me, a bit about the channel, somewhere along the lines of Checkers channel news or a channel update. I'm going to try and keep it as short as I can and as upbeat as I can. Don't know how well I'll do with either. I tend to ramble. Anyway, I'm not doing so great. I am weaker than I have been before. I am more tired despite however much sleep I can get, and my sleep is a disaster anyway. My sleep schedule is all but completely out of my own control, and I'm not as good at resetting it as I was when I was younger. I don't know if my health is affecting my sleep schedule more, if my sleep schedule is affecting my health more. I'm doing other things, trying to help my condition, medical treatments. I don't know if they could be affecting me or not. I'm getting older, and I don't know if just getting older is why I feel so much weaker now than I did even just 2 weeks ago. I've never been this old before, so I just don't know. I mean, I don't think so. I don't think I'm that old, but I just don't know. I've never been here before. Either way, I am more tired and I am weaker than I have been even 2 weeks ago, a year ago, or even 4 years ago, I guess, when I started the channel. The channel says it's older than it is. Well, the channel is older than when I started posting videos, anyway. My first video went up the night that Fallout 4 released. I digress. The whole point of this is that, although I will do my best to keep Oblivion and Fallout New Vegas alive, I think Ultima is going on a shelf for a little while. I am not strong enough to keep them all going. I don't know about streaming. Streaming is difficult in that I can't set a schedule for that. I can't stream for 8 hours like the other kids do. I'm just not strong enough to do that. I'm never strong enough to do that, to stream for 8 hours, and I cannot be sure when I will be awake or when I will be strong enough to do it at all. There are times when I feel like I can hope, and times when I can do my best. The last few weeks I've been trying harder and harder to basically earn more so that I can get my kitty her chemo treatments for cancer. I've even given up some of my own doctor's visits for that because it's the only other shift in resources that I personally can do anything about. I will say that thanks to the folks who supported me on the Super Chats on YouTube and the Shiny Things on Twitch and GoFundMe and Patreon, we were able to gather enough to get my baby girl one of her chemo treatments. She's got many more to go, but thank you, and thanks to all of you. She got her last one just a few days ago, and I was able to sleep with her last night in my arms, and there is no way I can ever say thank you enough for that. And we were gonna keep this light and short, and so I'm going to try and wrench myself back into the rails here and say I'm sorry that I am not able to keep Ultima going at the moment. I'm not giving up by any means. I'm just so tired now, and I don't know why or what to do about it, but I'm not giving up, and I'm not going to be sad or complain or whine about it any more than I already have, which I'm not trying to whine and complain so much as explain why I wasn't here last week and why I can't do things like the other people do, why I can't stream 8 hours a day, why I can't say I will do a stream tomorrow at noon and be there tomorrow at noon. I just don't know. And I am really, truly sorry about that. But it's not a matter of choice. It's not that I don't feel like it or just don't want to. It's just that I can't. Alrighty. If I can stream, if I do feel good, I will. I try and announce that on Twitter because it's the fastest way to do it. YouTube is a little sketchy about whether or not it seems to, hey, that car just dropped out of the sky. I always like seeing the cars drop. I feel like it's a good omen. Anyway, YouTube's a little sketchy about notifying anyone of anything, in my opinion. But Twitter does seem to at least, get the news out when it's supposed to. It's easy to focus on the downside. It's easy to focus on the dark side of things. The problem with doing that is when you focus on the dark side, when you focus on the downside, it really does become your reality. I did that for a number of years, and it was painful and it was damaging, and I really, really don't want to do that. And if you're having a hard time, if things are difficult, I know it's difficult. Your brain is sort of like soft ground, and your thoughts are like wagons and wagon wheels. When you think a certain thing long enough, you dig ruts into the ground. You drive that wagon over the ground enough, and the rails show up. The ground becomes rutted. If you can drag your brain out of the dark and back into the light and the hope and the, you know what, it could be worse, then you can actually get the wagon going a different direction and find yourself back in the light and out of the dark. So that's why I am trying desperately to keep it upbeat as I can, because you know what? I'm not going to let myself go down that dark path again, he said as he walked in the shadow of the crumbling bridge. Anyway, I want to say thank you all so much for everything you have done. Whether you watch and put up with commercials and comment, or whether you do the super chat or the shiny things on Twitch or Patreon or GoFundMe or anything, I thank you so, so much. You have given me power back within my own life that even 4 years ago I could not have imagined. And I am so incredibly grateful. Thank you. Thank you all. And please, please, take care.